Hello everyone, it's Miss Mills here. I hope you are well and keeping safe at home. Just going to do a video on identifying unit and non-unit fractions. So we need to know what is a fraction. So a fraction is a number that is used to represent a whole number that has been divided into equal parts. So within a fraction we have the numerator, which is our top number, and that tells me how many equal parts I have. We then also have the denominator, and that tells me how many equal parts it's been divided into, so how many parts there are altogether. So in my example here, you can see I've got 4 slices of pizza altogether, but I've only got 3 left now, so therefore my fraction is 3/4, or 3/4. And quarters means 4, half means 2, thirds means 3. You need to remember that for later on. So what is a unit fraction? A unit fraction is a fraction where the numerator, the top number, is 1. Okay, so in the examples there you can see I've got 1 out of 2 bits shaded, so I've got half of the triangle shaded. In the second picture, I've only got 1 out of 4, or 1/4 shaded, and then that's the same in the last picture as well. There are 4 parts altogether, and there's only 1 bit shaded, so I've got 1/4. Now, because the numerators are all 1, they are called unit fractions. So a non-unit fraction is where our numerator, or our top number, is greater than 1. So for example, 3/4, or 3/4, is a non-unit fraction because the 3 is the numerator. A couple of examples to go through down below. So 3/12, or 3/12, is a non-unit fraction because the numerator is 3. And then we've got 2/6 at the end there. 2/6, or 2/6, is a non-unit fraction because the numerator is 2. So some of the questions that you might be asked to answer might look something like this. It says, what fraction is represented in the picture? So to help me to be able to do this, first of all, I need to know how many parts I've got altogether. I need to work out my denominator. So the way I can do that is just by counting how many squares there are altogether. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I know there are 9 equal parts altogether. So 9 is going to be my denominator. Then I need to work out my numerator, my top number, to see how many parts are shaded in. And I can count those, the orange squares. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got 4 out of 9 shaded in. So therefore my fraction is 4/9. Okay, so we're going to have a look and see if we can sort these fractions below into unit fractions and non-unit fractions. So next to the 2 pictures, I've put the fraction for you. So you can see that in that first picture, there are only 1 rectangle out of 3 is shaded in. So we've got 1/3. And in the second picture, there are 4 parts altogether, and only 1 of them is shaded in. So have a go and see if you can put these different fractions into the correct columns, whether they're unit fractions with a numerator of 1, or there are non-unit fractions where the numerator is bigger than 1. Have a go and see how you get on. So this is how we would sort them out. So we have, in our unit fractions, we've got 1/4, or 1/4, because my numerator is 1, so that's a unit fraction. And then in the second picture, that's 1/3, or 1/3. And again, that's a unit fraction because the numerator is 1. And then my non-unit fraction are 4/7, that's 4/7. My numerator is 4, so it's a non-unit fraction. I then have 9/10. Again, 9 is my numerator, so it's a non-unit fraction. And then I've got 5/9, and 5 is my numerator, so therefore it's a non-unit fraction. So I've got a little challenge for you now. I want you to match the fractions below. So you need to read the words in the first column, match them up to the correct fraction, and then match them up to the picture that that fraction shows. So I want you to pause the video, have a go at doing this. You can write it out on your paper, or you can just discuss it out loud. Have a go at doing them, and then when you're ready, push play again, and we'll discuss it and go through the answers. So the first fraction we have is 1/2, and half I know that means 2, so that means I've got 1/2, which is why it links to that fraction. So So now I need to find the picture that links to. So I need to find a picture that shows only 1 out of 2 are shaded in. So hopefully you spotted that it links to my circle, because my circle's got 2 parts and only 1 part is shaded in. The next one we're looking at is 3/4. Now I told you earlier on in the video that quarters means 4. So therefore my denominator has to be 4, because it's quarters, and I know that I've got 3 of them, so 3/4 or 3/4, so that links to my top fraction there. Now I need to find a picture that shows 3 out of 4, 3/4 of them are coloured in, and hopefully you spotted that 3 triangles out of 4 are shaded in, so it links to that picture. I then have 1/3, so this means I've got 1/3, which links to my bottom fraction there. And now for my picture, I need to find a picture that shows only 1 out of 3 are coloured in. And I'm sure you noticed that it was the top picture. I've got 3 squares and only 1 of them are coloured in. And then my final one is 1/4, and again, quarter means 4. So it means I've got 1/4, 1/4, so it links to my last fraction. And then the picture I know is correct because I've got 4 rectangles there and only 1 of them are shaded in, so it's 1 out of 4, or 1/4. Okay, just some key things to remember. So remember, the numerator is the top number in a fraction, and it tells you how many equal parts you have. The denominator is the bottom number. It tells you how many parts there are altogether. And a unit fraction always has a numerator of 1. A non-unit fraction has a numerator that is more than 1, so it could be 2/4, 6/10, 5/9. That numerator is always more than 1. Well, I hope you found that useful, and hopefully it will help you with some of your maths learning for this week. So remember, stay home and keep yourself safe, and I really hope that we will get to see you all soon.